A lot of my students are confused when they watch the news. The vocabulary on the news is very different to everyday English. So I thought today we could take a look at a news clip and take a look at some of the vocabulary in the news clip. So to start, let's just watch the news clip in its entirety.
Caitlin Taggart was a beautiful, lively girl who loved laughing and playing outside, but all that changed at the age of 12. Caitlin slipped into a persistent vegetative state, confining her almost entirely to her bed and Facebook.
She doesn't even have basic motor functions anymore. We literally have to drag her to the car to drive her to school in the morning.
She's totally unresponsive when we talk to her. Her eyes just roll back in her head.
Caitlin, honey, it's your dad.
With no hope that their daughter would ever recover, the Taggarts decided to seek legal permission to end Caitlin's life.
It is the most difficult decision we've ever had to make, but we just keep reminding ourselves that the real Caitlin is already gone. That's just her body texting.
Firstly, we have this phrasal verb, slipped into.
Caitlin slipped into a persistent vegetative state.
We use slipped into or slip in to mean move into somewhere quickly and quietly. In other words, Caitlin's personality changed so quickly and so quietly that nobody noticed until it was too late. Then we have this word persistent. Persistent means to continue doing something even if it's difficult or other people try to stop you. This can be a positive or a negative thing. In the news clip, it's used in a negative way. Caitlin persistently uses her phone even when her parents try to stop her. Next, we have this phrase, vegetative state. And that's a very hard word to say. Vegetative, a bit like vegetable. Vegetative. 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 A vegetative state. When somebody is in a vegetative state, it means that they are awake, but they don't react to anything around them. We can use this in a serious way, as with medical conditions, or we can use it in an informal way, to refer to a lazy person. You may have heard of the term couch potato. Potato is a vegetable, vegetative. Caitlin doesn't move and she doesn't talk to her parents. So informally, she is in a vegetative state.
Caitlin slipped into a persistent vegetative state, confining her almost entirely to her bed and Facebook.
Confining or confine means to stay in one place or for some amount of time. Caitlin is confined to her bed, which means that she never leaves it. A more serious example could be in a prison. The prisoners are in confinement. Entirely has exactly the same meaning as completely. We can use it in exactly the same way, but it is less common. Caitlin is confined entirely to her bedroom, which means she is in the bedroom 100% of the time. Another example I can think of is this Japanese restaurant. It is run entirely by robots, which means that all the staff are robots.
Caitlin slipped into a persistent vegetative state, confining her almost entirely to her bed and Facebook.
She doesn't even have basic motor functions anymore.
Basic motor functions. Motor functions are things you can do with your body, like raise your hand, open your mouth, or blink. When we use the word basic with motor functions, we're talking about the very first things you learn as a child. This includes walking, standing, and swimming. No offense to the people who can't swim.
She doesn't even have basic motor functions anymore. We literally have to drag her to the car to drive her to school in the morning.
The father here uses the word literally. It's a very interesting word in English. It means you're not exaggerating or lying or using metaphors when you speak. But literally is also used informally. We use literally to exaggerate when we speak. Literally the opposite of the meaning literally. In fact, this has happened for so long that now in the dictionary we have two meanings for literally. With exaggeration and without exaggeration. Literally means the opposite of literally. This can get confusing, of course. So we need to listen to the context. I would guess here that the father is using literally to exaggerate. To drag means to pull something or someone that is difficult to pull. For example, pulling a boat out of the water is quite difficult. So we can say that you are dragging the boat out of the water.
We literally have to drag her to the car to drive her to school in the morning.
She's totally unresponsive when we talk to her. Her eyes just roll back in her head.
Unresponsive has exactly the same meaning as vegetative state when we're talking about people. And again, this can be a medical thing or an informal thing. In this clip, it's used in an informal way. As a reminder, it means that the person doesn't react to anything around them. When we're talking about rolling your eyes or rolling your eyes in the back of your head, we're talking about this. This has the same meaning in China and the UK. It just means that you're frustrated or annoyed.
We literally have to drag her to the car to drive her to school in the morning.
She's totally unresponsive when we talk to her. Her eyes just roll back in her head.
With no hope that their daughter would ever recover, the Taggarts decided to seek legal permission to end Caitlin's life.
Recover means to return to normal. When we're talking about a person, we're usually talking about health. To get better is to recover. Caitlin's parents are hoping that she will become a happy child again. They want her to recover. Seek is another word for look for, but it's more formal and less common. But it does collocate with the word legal. This means when we want to say look for legal something, we usually change look for to seek. Okay, this is just more common. It's a more common way to talk. So we seek legal help, we seek legal protection, and we seek legal permission. Now let's talk about the word legal. Legal refers to something that is allowed in the country you're in. Something that the government says is okay. For example, it is legal to eat broccoli, but it is illegal to shoot a man in the head. Permission means consent. If somebody gives you permission, it means they said it's okay. For example, children might ask their mother for permission to play outside. If the mother says yes, she has given permission. If she says no, she has not given permission. So let's take that whole phrase again. Seek legal permission. When Caitlin's parents say they are seeking legal permission to end Caitlin's life, it means they are asking the government to say it's okay to euthanize or to kill their daughter.
The Taggarts decided to seek legal permission to end Caitlin's life.
It is the most difficult decision we've ever had to make, but we just keep reminding ourselves that the real Caitlin is already gone.
The word remind comes from the word remember. When we remind ourselves or remind someone else of something, it means we're asking them to remember or look at their memories. In this clip, Caitlin's parents need to remember why they chose to kill their daughter. We use the word gone for many, many reasons. But in this context, we're saying it because we don't want to say the word dead. In the West, it's okay to talk about death, but we need to be a little careful about how we talk about it. So instead of saying dead, we might say gone, passed on, or not with us anymore.
It is the most difficult decision we've ever had to make, but we just keep reminding ourselves that the real Caitlin is already gone. That's just her body texting.
Now let's watch that clip again, and this time I'm going to leave some blanks, and I want you to fill them in.
Caitlin Taggart was a beautiful, lively girl who loved laughing and playing outside, but all that changed at the age of 12. Caitlin slipped into a persistent, confining her almost entirely to her bed. Caitlin slipped into a persistent. Caitlin slipped into a persistent vegetative state, confining her almost entirely to her bed and Facebook.
She doesn't even have basic motor functions anymore. We literally have to drag her to the car to drive her to school in the morning. She doesn't even have basic motor functions anymore. We literally have to. She doesn't even have basic motor functions anymore. We literally have to drag her to the car to drive her to school in the morning.
She's totally unresponsive when we talk to her. Her eyes just roll back in her head.
Caitlin, honey, it's your dad.
With no hope that their daughter would ever, the Taggarts decided to seek legal permission to end Caitlin's life. With no hope that their daughter would ever. With no hope that their daughter would ever recover, the Taggarts decided to seek legal permission to end Caitlin's life.
It is the most difficult decision we've ever had to make, but we just keep reminding ourselves that the real Caitlin is already. It is the most difficult decision we've ever had to make, but we just keep reminding ourselves that the real Caitlin is already. It is the most difficult decision we've ever had to make, but we just keep reminding ourselves that the real Caitlin is already gone. That's just her body texting.
I hope you enjoyed this style of video. It was a lot of fun to make. If you're not already, please do subscribe, and I'll see you again very, very soon. Bye-bye.